How's it going, everyone? My name's Dutch, and welcome to Millennial Moto. So today, I'm here to talk a little bit about my first sport bike, the Kawasaki Z400. First off, what is a Z? Well, the Z, stemming from the Ninja platform, was Kawasaki's answer to the wave of naked bikes growing in popularity. So in 2019, they introduced the Z400 ABS. Creeping out of its wrecked race bike primordial ooze, this up-to-date street fighter comes in three variants: the 400, the 650, and the 900. I clearly have the smallest displacement, the Z400, featuring a 399cc parallel twin with a mere 28 foot-pounds of torque at 8,000 RPMs. This thing rips. Now, I'm going to take it for a little bit of a ride and talk a little bit about it, tell you guys a little bit more about it. Nakeds. I don't know about you guys, but I love nakeds. I grew up in the mid to late 90s going to car shows with my dad, and I would always see these gaggle of street performers there with beautiful women doing amazing stunts on these wrecked looking race bikes. And I think that people going to these places and seeing these street fighters have significantly impacted the design in today's motorcycles. And that's exactly what I see and feel on this bike. It has a modern day urban street fighter hooligan attitude. And with a 3.68 gallon tank at an average of 60 miles per gallon, according to Fuelie.com, you won't have to worry about stopping all the time. I get about 400 miles to a full tank, and it also depends on how you ride. If you ride like a maniac, then obviously you're going to use up your fuel quick. But if you obey the laws and you're reasonable, you can easily get 60 miles to the gallon. I also like these bikes because of their ergonomics. Leaning towards the more ADV style ergos with the real handlebars as opposed to clip-ons and more upright position, these bikes are great for longer rides, as long as you add one of the 5 mods that's going to be in one of my videos coming up. That's mods for naked bikes, so stay tuned. These bikes are also really slimmed down. Great for more urban commutes, like if you ride your bike in the city with high traffic and you're doing a lot of lane filtering. Now check your local laws, because I'm fortunate enough to live in California where you can lane filter. It is legal. That's not the case in every state. So please check your local laws, Google search it, and figure it out. But another thing I'd like to go over, a lot of people ask me is, hey, that thing's pretty small, I bet you get pushed around from the wind all the time. And yeah, if I'm going pretty fast, it's a naked, you're going to get some wind to the chest. There's not a lot of wind protection on it. But you can add a windscreen and other things to help out a little bit. And if you have high enough crosswinds, any bike is going to get blown around. But this bike does great, 70, 80 miles per hour. I mean, you're getting close to its upper limits. And I think the website says 112, but I've had it up to 120, according to the app on my girlfriend's phone that tells her whenever I'm speeding and where I'm going. So if you ever want to learn how to ride slow, just share your location with your girlfriend next time you go for a ride and see what happens. So a buddy of mine asked me if it can do a wheel, which yes, it can do a wheelie. I can pull some pretty dank nooners on this thing in first and second gear. If you know how to, you can wheelie just about anything. I mean, hell, I used to do wheelies on my old zero-turn Cub Cadet mower, so it'll wheelie. And there are many different variants of bikes. Obviously, this is a street bike under the subclass of naked. Similar to the Duke 390 or the Yamaha MT-03, all these bikes are fairly small. This one has a seat height of 30.9 inches, so if you're on the shorter side, you'll fit fine. My girlfriend is 5'2", and she rides the thing just fine. This is actually the first street legal bike she's ever rode, and I love this motor pickle. It's so damn fun. If you're a little taller too, the rear suspension adjusts, and it has a little bit more of a relaxed outrigger position on the top side of the tank. Also, the tank cutouts are a little bit better, so taller people can fit on the Z400 as compared to the MT-03 or Duke 390. There's a few things that I don't like about this bike, though. The front suspension is not adjustable. I'm not a huge fan of the soundtrack. It's got this big, ugly exhaust that just deafens the sound of this beautiful 399cc liquid-cooled 4-stroke 8-valve DOHC parallel twin. Also, the seat is pretty uncomfortable. Other than that, I love everything about this bike. The display looks super mean. I mean, the outriggers on the tank look so aggressive. The cutout looks great. I love the looks of the bike. When I bought it, it was right next to a Duke 390. And yeah, you can power wheelie in first gear on the Duke 390. But motorcycles are a very emotional purchase. And I know a lot of people are saying, well, the Duke 390 has a little bit more options on it. But this bike is perfect for what I wanted. I wanted an inexpensive, badass bike that I could travel 170 miles round trip every day to work, and that's what I got. Because this thing's a workhorse. I mean, on the highway, it's got plenty of speed and enough yeet in the mid to high range where if you need to pass anyone on the highway, you're not going to have any problem. And I know this isn't a traditional high miles bike like a Harley or a Cruiser or anything like that, but that's not what I wanted. Had a couple Harleys, lost money on both of them, and they just don't have the performance and price point for me to reasonably purchase one with my income. I think the cheapest one is the Street 750 at like $7,600, which is $3,000 more for a bike that can do half the things that this one can. Don't get me wrong, I love Harleys. I've had a Sportster and a Fat Boy, which I loved, which was amazing and so damn comfortable. I mean, I could ride that thing for days, but something would go wrong, and it's all too expensive to fix. And I put a lot of money into those bikes that there was no way I was ever going to be able to recoup. But I really like this bike. Hopefully, I've given you guys some good information, and I'm going to have another video coming up here soon. Hopefully, you guys like it and check it out. And have a good time squidding. Alright, well, hopefully that was informative. Let me know if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or anything like that. If I missed anything, please let me know. If you guys want to know anything more, let me know. If you have any ideas for any more videos, just leave a comment down below. Go ahead and like and subscribe. Also, we have a bike over here. It's a 1982 Kawasaki KZ750 that I have parts strewed all over the place for because I'm rebuilding it. Hopefully, in the hopes of giving this thing away to one lucky viewer. Let's hope I can get a good amount of subscribers and start giving stuff away like this. I got a little bit of money and I can put it into projects and do fun stuff because I have a good job. So this is a little fun project I'm doing, and hopefully I can share it with you guys and just continue doing this. So let me know if you guys have anything else for me. If not, let's get this bike built. Yeah.